It's 11:40 at night. You're half awake, phone dimming in your hand, and then that wait. She steps onto your chest like she's walked this path 1,000 times, circles once, twice, and drops, not next to you. On you, her purr starts before she's fully settled, and within a minute she's heavier than physics should allow, pressed into your ribs like she's trying to merge with your body. You've felt this 100 times. You think you know what it is. She's cold. She loves you. She's a creature of habit. But before she lay down, something happened that you almost certainly didn't notice. She mapped you, that nose carrying 200 million olfactory receptors, scanned your skin chemistry, read your cortisol levels, registered what you ate for dinner. She chose the exact spot on your body radiating the most heat down to a half-degree difference. And the position she settled into? It isn't comfort, it's a language. Have measured, and that still startles have measured, and that still startles people who study animal cognition for a living. Your cat's brain is doing something during those hours on your chest that blurs the line between sleeping companion and something much deeper, something her wild ancestors would have considered a death sentence. Let's start with the obvious explanation, and then let's take it apart. Yes, she's warm when she sleeps on you. But what looks like simple comfort seeking is one of the most sophisticated thermoregulatory strategies in any domestic animal. She's not just getting warm, she's engineering warmth. Her thermoneutral zone sits between 30 and 36 degrees Celsius, well above any room temperature you'd set your thermostat to. Your body is a metabolic heating pad running at exactly the right output. During sleep, her core temperature drops roughly 1 degree, so sleeping on you is active temperature regulation, offsetting a predictable metabolic dip that happens every time she closes her eyes. And she's not just choosing you, she's choosing where on you. Those thermoreceptors in her nose detect gradients as small as 0.5 degree Celsius. Before she lies down, she's reading your body's heat map. Chest and groin radiate the most warmth, which is why she gravitates there instead of draping across your shins. There's a surgical precision to it that most people mistake for preference. This drive isn't learned. Kittens can't thermoregulate for the first 3 weeks of life. Sleeping against a warm body is survival, and that behavior imprints so deeply it never fully fades, even in a 10-year-old cat in a climate-controlled apartment. The hypothalamus carries this instruction like an old operating system still running underneath everything else. It was never about the room being cold. It was about the architecture of her brain. And the purring that starts as she settles? It isn't only emotional. Purring increases local blood flow and tissue warmth, creating a feedback loop where she's warming herself and warming you simultaneously. She's not just finding heat, she's generating it. Now, here's where the warmth explanation cracks. If temperature were the only driver, she'd sleep on a radiator. She'd sleep on your laptop. She doesn't. She sleeps on you, and the reason has nothing to do with temperature and everything to do with something hardwired even deeper. There's a quiet assumption most cat owners carry. When she sleeps on you, she's seeking comfort. You're the protector. She's the one being sheltered. The research says the opposite may be true. When your female cat presses against you at night, she may not be seeking safety. She may be providing it. Female cats are the only members of Felis catus social groups that routinely engage in alloparenting, caring for offspring that aren't biologically theirs. In feral colonies, females nurse each other's kittens, guard the communal den, take shifts watching over the vulnerable. That behavior doesn't disappear indoors. It generalizes to you. The posture of sleeping pressed against your body matches what researchers call guarding sleep, the same position mother cats adopt to shield kittens from predators and drafts. If you've noticed she faces outward on your chest, eyes toward the door, ears slightly rotated, that's a sentry position. She's watching the perimeter. Spaying can paradoxically amplify this. The progesterone crash doesn't erase maternal circuitry, it can activate latent nurturing pathways. Without kittens to direct it toward, that energy redirects to you. The slow blink before she settles is functionally identical to the blink mother cats give kittens before nursing. It's a safety signal, a neurological all clear. I am not a threat. We are safe. And kneading, that rhythmic pressing before she lies down, she's not regressing to kittenhood. She's acting like a mother, settling something she's chosen to care for. The behavior is role reversed, and almost nobody notices. In multi-cat households, female cats preferentially sleep on the most vulnerable family member, children, people who are ill. This mirrors alloparenting triage in feral colonies, and female cats are statistically more likely to bring prey to sedentary or unwell owners. She's not presenting a trophy, she's feeding you the way she would feed a kitten who can't hunt. A 2015 study at the University of Lincoln found cats don't treat owners as secure bases the way dogs do, but female cats in bonded pairs showed significantly more proximity seeking than males, consistent with a maternal model, not dependency. She's not coming to you because she's afraid. She's coming because she's watching over you, so she's guarding you, she's mapped your heat. But there's another layer, invisible, continuous, happening every second she's lying against your skin. She's reading you, and the depth of what she's detecting would unsettle most people. Every hour of skin contact is continuous chemical sampling. Her 200 million olfactory receptors process your microbiome, your sweat, the volatile organic compounds your body releases during sleep. Compounds that shift with your health, stress, diet, and hormonal state. Female cats have a proportionally larger vomeronasal organ than males, Jacobson's organ, a specialized chemoreceptor that reads pheromonal and hormonal data the way your eyes read a page. Research shows cats can detect cortisol changes in human sweat. If she insists on sleeping with you during a difficult week, she may be responding to your chemistry, not your mood. Your stress has a smell, and she reads it fluently. The face rubbing before sleep deposits pheromone fractions from her temporal glands that chemically label you as colony, as safe. Her own scent on you reduces her anxiety. She's self-soothing by making you smell like her. She sniffs your face and hair because your scalp produces the densest sebaceous secretions on your body. She's not nuzzling you, she's reading the most information-dense surface you have. After months of this, prolonged skin contact exchanges bacterial colonies. Your microbiomes overlap. Biologically, she begins to identify you as kin, not metaphorically. On the level of the bacteria living on your skin, you start to become the same organism. She's mapped your heat, she's guarding your body, she's reading your chemistry. But none of this explains the most telling thing about the arrangement, the thing that only becomes visible when you understand what sleep actually costs her. Ventral surface has the thinnest skin, the least fur, zero skeletal protection. Evolutionarily, it's the never expose this zone. Female cats in feral colonies almost never sleep belly up. The one exception is nursing, when kitten survival overrides the mother's survival instinct. On your body, that posture is a direct borrowing from the deepest part of the maternal repertoire. It only appears when safety is absolute. Sleep position encodes a precise trust gradient. Curled tight means minimal trust or cold. Side lying is moderate, she can spring to her feet. Belly up is maximum. Sprawled with legs extended means trust plus thermal dumping. If she sleeps belly up on you but curled tight alone on the couch, the safety is relational. She doesn't feel safe in the room. She feels safe because of you. And the belly trap isn't betrayal. She's comfortable displaying vulnerability but hasn't consented to tactile vulnerability. The grab and kick is spinal cord mediated. She literally cannot override it. Her body has two systems running at once, and they don't always agree. Oregon State University's 2019 Secure Base test found roughly 65% of cats show secure attachment to their owners, and those cats were significantly more likely to co-sleep. Attachment style crystallizes between 2 and 9 weeks of age and stays remarkably stable for life. Early weaning before 8 weeks is the strongest predictor of insecure attachment. Cats who need contact but can never fully relax into it. Securely attached cats show lower resting cortisol than solitary sleepers. She is measurably, chemically calmer because of you. Your presence does something to her stress hormones that no comfortable bedding can replicate. But the deepest layer isn't about her body or her chemistry or her trust posture. It's about something happening inside her brain, something that wasn't believed until it was measured. Cats are polyphasic sleepers, many short bouts, a remnant of hunting patterns requiring constant readiness. Humans are monophasic, one long block. The two systems shouldn't be compatible, but co-sleeping cats shift. Their bouts lengthen, they consolidate. Over weeks and months, she overrides her own biological programming to synchronize with yours. She's restructuring her circadian architecture around your pattern. Your breathing acts as a physical stimulus that entrains her respiratory rate. mechanical coupling. The rise and fall of your chest physically deepens her sleep. Co-sleeping cats show longer REM bouts than solo sleepers, and REM is the most vulnerable stage, complete muscle atonia. She cannot move, flee, or fight. She has chosen paralysis beside you voluntarily every night. Your heartbeat is audible to her. Cats hear down to 48 hertz, right where your resting heart sits. It may function like a mother's heartbeat for kittens, a baseline signal that the world is stable. Female cats in bonded co-sleeping pairs show elevated oxytocin during sleep. She's producing bonding chemistry in her sleep because her brain can't help it anymore. And if your sleep is irregular, her sleep quality degrades with it. Your insomnia becomes her insomnia. She's calibrated her entire system to yours. The purring during co-sleep falls between 25 and 50 hertz, a range shown to promote bone density and tissue healing. She may be self-medicating through vibration. And because you're in contact, you may be receiving the same benefit. Now pull back, out of the bedroom, out of this century entirely. Felis catus descends from Felis sylvestris labaica, the African wildcat, a strictly solitary species that does not den with others and does not sleep touching another living creature. The fact that your cat sleeps with anyone at all is an evolutionary novelty roughly 10,000 years old. And it was female cats who crossed that line first. In the grain stores of early human settlements, the females who could den communally, nurse cooperatively, sleep near these strange bipedal animals without fleeing, they kept more kittens alive. The friendliest survived, and their daughters and theirs, 10,000 years of quiet selection. Not for obedience, for tolerance, then trust, then something that looks so much like love that the distinction may not matter. When your cat sleeps on you tonight, she's performing a behavior her wild ancestor would have considered a fatal error. She's exposing her belly, synchronizing her brain, reading your chemistry, guarding your body, because somewhere in the last 10 millennia, her lineage decided you were worth the risk. She doesn't love you the way a dog does, loud, obvious, undiscriminating. She loves you the way a cat does, quietly, precisely, with her whole nervous system. Tonight, when she steps onto your chest and circles once before lying down, you'll know. That weight isn't just a cat, it's 10,000 years of trust, delivered without a sound. If your cat sleeps with you, tell me where. The chest, the pillow, that spot behind your knees she's claimed as sovereign territory? Drop it in the comments. And if you're watching this and the cat who used to sleep with you is gone now, leave her name. She earned it. Thanks for staying with me. I'll see you in the next one.